Now, cheesy presenters, cringeworthy performances, outrageous outfits and 70s throwbacks. Yes, it's that time of year again when a staggering 600 million people settle down in front of the box to watch Europe battle it out in the all-singing, all-dancing Eurovision extravaganza. Whether you're a fan or a critic, one thing is that Eurovision does is get everyone talking. So how will Britain get on in this year's competition? With that icon it is, Miss Bonnie Tyler at the helm. Well, to get us into the spirit of things and get the latest odds, we're joined on the line by the one and only Mr Paddy Power. How you doing, Paddy?
I'm doing great. I just cannot wait for this cringe fest every year. And we can all give out about it. Like a great introduction by it. That's exactly what it is. We just go, oh my God, it's Eurovision, and you're kind of going, looking down, just so embarrassed for them. But the reality is 600 million people are going to be watching this, you know? So for all these acts, like, we know these, like, some of them are rubbish and some of them are good, but like most pop stars wouldn't get a chance to play in front of 600 million people ever, like, you know, even in total. So it's a great opportunity for them. But yeah, I think it's there's a few in there with very little chance of winning.
Why do you think so many people love it?
I think it's because it's exciting. I think the voting at the end, or the points awarding, I think it's brilliant. It's actually good TV. I think it's just, we kind of enjoy this. Like, is it Schadenfreude? Is that the right word? We kind of enjoy the fact that people are kind of really embarrassing, and we do get a bit patriotic about our own country's act. I mean, we get as UK or Irish, you kind of get a bit. You're kind of patriotic in one way, but knowing that you're not going to win. So it's kind of good because you have an excuse in advance. Do you know what I mean? You can kind of enjoy it.
Now, of course, we've had the semi-finals. There have already been some wacky costumes and performances, and there's quite a variety of genres. I mean, we've got German dubstep right through to opera, haven't we?
Yeah, it's mad. This is going to be like Carnival of the Bizarre. If you haven't been watching the semi-finals, I mean, you got to tune in. I mean, just to give you a flavour of what we've got, like, obviously, you know, the masterminds behind the UK regaining the Eurovision have looked at the current trend of like young, good-looking, upbeat, you know, acts or whatever winning this, and so they decided to go with 61-year-old Bonnie Tyler and a pretty boring song. But there you go. So Bonnie probably won't be winning it. But what we do have is like a Viking princess for Norway coming out. We've got, like, basically the Ukrainian act gets carried onto stage by a real life giant. You've got like a Dracula look-alike. I mean, who uses a helium balloon as part of his act. That's for Romania. We've got, like, the Greeks. It's like a few lads and a stag do, really. Their song is called "Alcohol Is Free," and it's just the most bonkers thing you're ever going to see. And then we even had a lesbian kiss in one of the semi-finals by the Finnish act. So it's just got a bit of everything, really. I mean, it's going to be the greatest night ever.
Let's go back to Ukraine, because this is my favourite act already. It is a 7'4" giant who brings the gorgeous Zlata Oknovich onto the stage. Do you know what his shoe size is?
I don't know. I'd say he's probably about a 6. Is he?
Size 24.
You're a joke. Is he really? Yeah. He basically wears flippers.
Now, we go back to Bonnie Tyler. She's representing us in the UK. How do you think she's going to do? Because she's quite well known, you know, as a name in some of these countries taking part.
Yeah, I think on the plus side, you'd say, well, she has the experience, obviously, and she's also, you know, wowed big crowds before and all that kind of stuff. But I think the reality is it's very difficult for her to make a real impact because she's 61, so we need, like, whatever way you look at it, she mightn't have the energy of some of the younger acts. And also her song probably isn't, like, mind-blowingly special, in that kind of way. So I think she's going to struggle despite the fact she's kind of famous. No, she won't be finishing last or anything like it, but I think kind of mid-table at best.
Now, of course, Ireland are through, and I only found this out. They currently hold the record for winning the most contests. Yeah,
so in recent years we've decided to let some others have a chance and come and win it a few times by sending the likes of Jedward. So, but this time round we have this young lad Ryan, and he's actually pretty good. I mean, he's pretty slick. The song's good. You got the Bowron players with their tops off, banging the drums. It's quite a good dramatic entry. So I think it's probably got a little bit of a sneak, but at the same time, I don't think Ireland or the UK could win it just because of the way the voting goes. I mean, if you look at the top of the betting, you got that whole block of Denmark, Norway, Ukraine, Russia, all around, all close to each other, who'll be voting for each other, you know. So I think we're struggling. Let's take a look then at the betting odds. Who are the winners then? Who reckon we're going to win this? Okay, betting-wise, Denmark win it all day because they're as short a price favourite as we've had for years. They're 4-6, and like over a third of the bets we've taken have been on Denmark, which is a really, really high proportion for this.
How many times can we win and lose? How many times can we break the rules between us? Only two drops. How many times do we have to fight? How many times do we get it right between us? Only teardrops.
So, I mean, I hope they don't win. I think the odds of 4-6 is just a little bit too tight. You can't be getting excited about having a 4-6 bet in the Eurovision. You want to be backing bigger odds than that. So I think Norway, if they're 11-2, they're second favourites. I think the Norwegian entry is a really good entry. It's a real catchy song. I think they've got a great chance. You mentioned the Ukraine a minute ago, and it's kind of bizarre, kind of fairy tale like, and over 10% of the bets have been on them as well. They've been popular. They're 9-1 now, Ukraine.
Why is it growing stronger? I am falling from above. I will wait no longer. Like a butterfly, spinning around the sun as if to dare rush on.
And they've got a squeak as well. Now, I'd just be favouring Norway, though, I think, out of the top three.
Now, you mentioned that Denmark, one of the favourites to win, Emily something singing for that country. She's doing it barefoot. Now, I don't know whether it's superstition or not, but apparently people that have taken part wearing no shoes at all in Eurovision have always won the contest.
Really? Is that true?
Apparently so, yeah.
You probably just made that up. No one's going to contradict you. But but her name is Emily de Forest, but it's probably pronounced somewhere way sexier than that. But and her song is called Teardrops, and it's a real dancey song. It's like last year's winner from Sweden, which I think was called Euphoria or whatever. And it's got a lot of similarities to last year's winner. And funny enough, the betting favourite is usually similar to the song the year before that won it, and that's the same this year. And yeah, you're right. She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous, so she is. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
And what are the odds then for us at the UK awarding the maximum points to?
Yeah, well, I think it kind of follows the trend in the betting. So we reckon you're going to be given 12 points to Denmark. They're 10-11. Then Norway are 4-1, Ukraine 4-1. And of course, well, we'd presume the UK would be completely objective in their judging. It is only 9-2 as you give the full points to Ireland, and we'd probably do the same to you as well. So like political correctness is rife.
And nul-points, what are the odds then for the UK getting nul-points?
There's no way you get no points, because we'd definitely give you points. Do you know what I mean? Like, no matter how bad, even if she forgets the words to the song, I mean, we'd still give you points, so I wouldn't worry about it. No country will get no points, I don't think. It's going to be very, very unlikely.
And are Paddy Power offering any money-back specials?
You don't need a money-back special on this one. Just don't back the UK, because you won't be backing a winner.